cover how do spouses hide assets, right? Not can you do it, but some really just simple ways that we see very common. One is hiding cash. We've talked about that. It's not very sophisticated. I'm talking about the physical money, just hiding it one way or another. It is pretty easy. And don't, if you're dealing with a cash business, don't assume that the cash business owner isn't very, very smart. All right. Buying assets, you'll see a lot of affluent business owners buy expensive assets right before the divorce. Because if they, let's say you go out and get you a new BMW 7 Series for $115,000, you drive off the lot, it's worth 70. Well, that's half of that depreciation hit was taken by the marital estate. All right. So anytime I've got a new asset like that, I'm gonna stick the original purchase price on there, not the fair market value in my negotiations. You see a lot of people paying off separate debt. All right. So your student loans, if it's still sitting out there, they're going to pay that off and with marital funds. And so keep that in mind. The delaying bonuses and management incentives is something that's very, very real, even in very large corporations. Quick war story. And that is, I was representing the wife of an international paper executive, C-suite executive, okay? And they'd been married quite a long time. And so following up my usual practice, I sent a subpoena to international paper. And their legal department got it to us and was very nice and this and that, and sent us a fraction of what we had requested. And so we went back and forth and had a number of negotiations, got a little bit more documents. Then I issued another subpoena, okay? Because the old subpoena was 4 months prior. And I knew that those lawyers were having conversations about, well, we only have to give Mason documents that existed at the time of the first subpoena. And sure enough, my client's spouse, the C-suite executive at IP, had been given in the interim a huge severance package. So we got a bunch of the severance package information in as a result of the second subpoena. We argued about it over and over and over again. And actually ended up having to go to court. And so for funsies, and we pointed out to the judge that we've issued 2 subpoenas and we've gotten 2 sets of answers. And then so I went and filed a third. And the third added $1 million to the net marital estate because the corporation had taken the position that the management incentive bonus, because it had not been vested, so to speak. I don't think that's the right word, but the relative time period for the bonus calculation hadn't completed. And so it was speculative, which is a great argument to make. And it's often what we discuss in court. But here we're talking about significant assets. So although I had a huge attorney's fee in this thing, I had just through 3 subpoenas added a net marital gain to my client of well over $1 million. And just by being more aggressive with subpoena number 2 and subpoena 3, most of that million was the second and third subpoena. So keep that in mind. The delaying the bonuses, delaying promotions, all that takes is a wink and a nod with the supervisor direct report and a call to accounting and say, can we just hold on to this for a year or 2 until the divorce is finished? Most people are going to say, yeah, Billy Bob over there is a good guy. Let's take care of him. And so, but corporations don't like to lie, and the lawyers don't like to be hauled into court being accused of being a liar. So we got to be careful, especially the larger companies. So it's harder to do, but the corporate folks have more opportunity. All right. Now, then don't forget about the delayed invoicing. Just because a company always issues invoices on 12/31 doesn't mean they're not going to issue it on 1/31. That's a real simple way. And another great opportunity for hiding assets in plain sight is the child's trust account. So you create a trust account or a 529 account and fully fund it with marital property, reducing your need, the business owner's requirement to pay for college if it's already paid with marital property as opposed to paid with separate property after the divorce. I love that one. I get away with that one a lot because if I'm representing the business owner and the supporting spouse, the supported spouse sees that as cash that they would need to spend otherwise. Now, in terms of paying for college, the courts can't order it, but the parties can agree to do it. And 9 times out of 10, if I'm representing the business owner, they're totally okay with paying for college. They know they're going to be on the hook. They just want to be on the hook for a reasonable amount of money and not for a Pepperdine, and a condo on top of that.